My money don't jiggle jiggle, it sprays. My chairs don't wiggle wiggle, they pay. Cruising on my dolly.
You really gotta follow me. What's up, guys? It's Lee here, the bartending, photo boothing, rental guy, and today we're gonna talk about the stock photo trick. Let's get into it. So when you have a tent, table, and chair rental company, it gets a little boring and you want to expand. And expand you shall, but you don't need to buy those things to expand. All you need to do is have pictures on your website of them and a little bit of scratch. Okay, so you see right there, I've got a red carpet and I've got some stanchions. Well, I did buy those, but I took bookings for them before I ever bought them. And I just ordered them off Amazon. So actually I got those ones from the Walmart website and I got that one from Amazon's. I took an order for the red carpet, and then I knew that I would go buy it. So I just have to see on Amazon if those items are still available and keep watching the prices. And then as soon as I take bookings, then I go out and buy the items. And if I don't have the money to buy the items, or if, it's an inconvenient time, I'll just say, sorry, we're actually booked out of those items, and don't book them. So it's as simple as that. And then you can expand your inventory. I know that the booking that I got for the stanchions and the red carpet paid for about a third of the purchase price, which was good because that's, 12 stanchions, 3 foot by 15 foot red carpet. Getting a discount like that, it's getting discounted products is really what it is. And you can do that for a lot of things. Yard games. I threw a lot of yard games on my website. Laser tag, Nerf guns. And then as soon as it books, you just place your Amazon order. Very simple. Know what you're gonna say.
But Amazon stuff is so darn cheap.
Well, the good thing about having cheap stuff is that it's very inexpensive to replace. A lot of even good quality stuff breaks or looks crappy throughout time. So I have a lot of items that I just buy the cheaper items because it just makes sense to buy new rather than buying a really expensive one that will get dinged up and eventually look like crap. That doesn't go for everything. Like you want, good quality tables and you want good quality chairs. But like stanchions, red carpet, yard games, why not? It's a great way to test the market as well. I started throwing yard games on before I had them, and they started booking out quite a bit. So I went and I bought a bunch of yard games, and now I've got like a full arsenal, just yard games everywhere here, and they're going good. Another thing, if you're gonna throw one item on your website, like one single item, like one yard game, it's not going to rent, right? You have to have a whole plethora of things so that people can shop on it. It makes it worth your while for them to be looking at stuff. So when you have yard games, make sure that you got an extra $1,000 in the bank and, do the cornhole, do the Connect Four, do all the yard games, and you won't regret it because the orders will come in better. If you just have one cornhole on your website, chances are it's going to go out a lot less. And the reason is because in my experience, when people are booking these yard games, they're having like a fun day with their church group or with whatever, and they want to book like 5 or 6 games at once. And so you'll get a bulk order of a lot of games. And these games potentially pay for themselves in, 2 rentals or 3 rentals. Like the profit margin is so huge. There's also the other rule. I think Tent Guy talks about this in his channel. If someone calls for something 8 times, he has a little list where he marks it, and then he goes out and buys that item because he knows people are calling for it. And I think that's a fantastic idea to do. But then there's the flip side. So I know that people are calling for slushy machines all the time. And I don't get one because I don't really have a space to clean it right now. I'm not taking it home to clean it. So I'm staying away from catering items and just sub-renting those. But things like a slushy machine, that's expensive stuff to rent out. There's lots of cleaning involved. And, for all those people that are calling for it, how many people are actually going to book it is the real question for, the high price that you want to get for it. So you have to be cautious of that when thinking about items. Some of the items I take the picture right from the Amazon picture. So laser tag, I bought, a good-looking set of laser tag, and then I cropped some of the images, threw them up on the website, and then as soon as I took a booking, I bought them. Okay, and I'm not saying I'm the master of laser tag and Nerf guns, but I gotta tell you that I know it's gonna start working. So yes, they don't rent out very much. It's because I don't have them marketed with obstacle courses yet. So I'm going to be building like barriers so that I can market them as a birthday party package. And then I make a separate page on my website, and that's great for SEO value because people are like, what to do that's fun in your city? And it's like laser tag rental or laser tag war rental or something intense like that. These speakers from Costco, they are absolute money makers. And, I was looking at one of the other big companies in my area, and they offer them as well. And I was like, I don't feel so silly renting these out, and my tactics do work, buying a cheap speaker that's, good enough. So this is the speaker from Costco. It works great. It works as a PA system. It's all somebody needs for their wedding, for a little DIY system, and people will pay enough for it that you can pay for itself in 3 to 4 rentals. If this wasn't working, why would I own so damn many of them? So in my office here, I've got a little drawer back here, and this drawer has all of my microphones. And so, yes, my speakers came with microphones, so I've got, microphones that people can add on for $10 piece. But I decided, I'm just going to throw up a wireless microphone from Amazon, throw the pictures on it. If anyone books it, I'll go out and buy it. And now I've got a wireless mic, that obviously I bought on discount because someone booking it helped pay for that. It can really start to snowball into a lot of extra items. I mean, I never would have thought that this balloon inflator would make me money, but because I have some arches with balloon stuff on my website and birthday party item section, all of a sudden the balloon inflator, I think it's gone out like 6 times already, and I charge the amount that it cost me to buy it, the full amount, because you can't just buy a balloon inflator anywhere in the city, and you have to rent. So you can't just go out and buy one. If someone orders one from Amazon, yeah, they can get it in 3 or 4 days, but this is a great last minute item. People will book it. So charge lots for it, even though it's a cheap little piece of... So items that I've thrown up on my website that I usually sub-rent. So you see this coffee perk machine right there. Normally, I don't like to get into catering items because I don't have the proper setup to wash stuff right now. But, it kept coming up. Well, why don't I just buy one? It's easy to clean the coffee machine. And so now whenever they come up, I just make the money off the coffee machine. I found a cool picture online of some people doing tug of war. I put it on my website. And all of a sudden, then I had to buy a tug of war. And now tug of war is making me money. This rope makes me money. Yeah, I rent rope and it makes me money. All you have to do is call the rope tug of war. So extension cords I threw on my website midwinter, and I was like, these are never going to book out. Well, I've booked the 100-foot extension cord like 4 times and the 25-foot extension cords all the time. I've actually made quite a bit of money off renting extension cords. So once you have a bunch of stuff on your website, you can add these little things. These wood blocks right here. I didn't pre-add these anyway, but I just found a cool picture online and I was like, okay, let's cut some 2x4s. Money. Okay, I've got a TV there. Yeah, it doesn't rent on its own, but I've got it paired up with the video game stuff. And guess what? In 2 weeks' time, I have to buy 3 more TVs onto that one. And I priced them super high. I priced them at $175 per TV. They don't care. There's people that need TVs, for certain things that you offer. Put it in a cool package with video games like I did, and all of a sudden, they'll book it. You can make something like a TV that you don't think has any value have way more value because it's inside a package. Oh, and that video game booking, they booked extension cords and surge protectors from me at premium price. Who in their mind pays $9 for a surge protector? People who aren't signing their own money away is what it is, and that's corporate events. So if you can get corporate events, then you're laughing because they just want to pay for reliability. And if you can be reliable and your business looks big enough, those corporate events, they'll pay anything for your promise that you're going to do it for them. Everything for them. They don't want to worry about anything. How about renting the assets that you already own? So I've got this trailer. I'm not going to be renting it through the winter, but it's always a thought if I own more trailers, you know, should I start renting trailers? I know that there's actually a party rental business that's right behind my business there, and they carry, like, they've got like 20 semis, and they rent semis out to people. And, you know, that's smart. That's an off-season tactic, right? So if they're not using those 20 semis, might as well be renting them out when they can. So kudos to them. That's smart. Another fantastic, we'll call it invisible item, is delivery. If you want to add delivery onto anything, charge for it. Myself right now, delivery is $90 in town, and then it's $3 per kilometer. And so if I go somewhere, I make 4 trips, I charge for 2 of those trips. So it ends up actually being $6 per kilometer. And yeah, and that $90 is going up to $150 next year. You know, I've actually gone a little bit bananas doing all this stuff. So I know I've told you in some previous videos how I have pickup pole tents from people, like canopy pole tents. So I've got like a 20 by 20 down there. Anyways, there's a 20 by 30 out, and I don't include stake puller with it. So if they want stake puller, like that's a stake puller, I got a video right there of stake puller. If they want to add that, that's extra money. If they don't have their own sledgehammer, well, they've rented sledgehammers before. Like, you just market everything separately, right? And you know, people who already have the tools like the sledgehammer, they want to save money by not having to book everything. But then there's the people who are like, oh, I didn't even think of the stake puller. Well, yeah, we need one of those. And it's like, bam, just made yourself an extra 25 bucks. Little things like that all the time you can add on to your orders. Well, guys, I gotta get going. The day is done for me, and I want to go home and eat some pierogies with my wife. So, yeah, if you like this video, drop it in the comments. If you have any items from Amazon or Walmart or all sorts of any places, or any item that you add to your website that you don't even own, or that you have done previously that have made you money. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, you stay classy. We'll see you on the next one.